Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm bringing you guys the first episode of building Teth in Lego. So I know it's been just over a month since I've last made a video, but I basically spent that time kind of cleaning up my room, getting everything sorted out since I am on summer break now. I've been out for about a week, so I've just spent that time kind of cleaning up my room, getting everything kind of sorted out. I decided to build a Teth, and if you don't know what Teth is, it's one of the arcs in the original like Clone Wars movie, which is like the first couple episodes of the Clone Wars. I did not expect to build this at all. I was just kind of looking through the planets, to be honest, and trying to decide which one to build. I originally planned on building some sort of Geonosis. If you saw my community post, something about a certain part of Geonosis, a certain scene, but ultimately decided against that just because, you know, there are a lot of Geonosis mocks going around right now, or some that kind of finished recently. So I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. And Teth, I haven't really seen anybody do that before, especially kind of at the scale and detail that I'm doing it here. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm going to go ahead and get right into kind of showing you guys my plans for the build and giving you guys a little bit of an outline for how I plan on building this. So here's just a basic little drawing for my plans of the build. Just kind of want to whip this up real quick to kind of hopefully explain the build a little bit better to you guys. So the build is going to be 2 gray base plates long, as well as a green and a gray wide. So not a huge mock as far as base plates goes, but that's mainly because most of the parts is going to be going into this mountain, which is this curve right here, this longer one. And so I do plan on building this mountain pretty big. I actually have kind of a pillar showing how tall I kind of want it to be at a minimum over here on the right, which I'll show you guys a little bit later on. But on top of that, I'm going to be having the landing pad that's kind of at the top of the massive mountain. It's like the entrance to the fortress on top of or in the Battle of Teth. So that's what plan on go there. I just plan on doing the landing pad. Don't plan on building anything else up there. Down here at the bottom, I basically just plan on having some sloping up terrain, and these little patches here are just gonna be groups of vegetation and trees and that sort of stuff, which I plan on kind of outlining in some darker colors, which I actually have some colors over here as well, which I'll show you guys after the drawing. So that's my plan for that, kind of having a main path up here, and like I said, just having groups of different trees and vegetation here on some darker plates. So that just about wraps it up there for that little bit of an outline. Hopefully you guys kind of understand what I'm doing a little bit better. And as I get building, you guys should be able to see kind of my plans for a little bit easier. And I'll go ahead and explain some more for you guys on the actual mock itself. So here's a look at some of the colors I plan on using. So some pretty weird pieces that I've had to use to show you guys this, but these are the only pieces that I really had in these colors. So I have some of this grass here in a lavender color, which I plan on using as the main ground color, just kind of covering up like the path and everything. And then the little patches, I actually plan on using this medium lavender mixed in with this dark purple color, just to kind of add some variations in the terrain. And I might even throw in some white in there every now and then. I'll just have to see what it's like when I actually get the parts in. I've actually ordered some plates in all of these colors just to kind of try them out a little bit and see what I want to do. And the reason why I chose to use these colors is because I watched back the battle itself, and the ground, it doesn't actually look purple. I mean, if you look at basically at any build by anybody of Teth, it's always including some pink or some lavender. And I'm not exactly sure if the ground itself is kind of a pinkish color. I think it's more of just like the haze, but since, you know, Teth is associated with pink and it's kind of or purple, and it's kind of a unique color and a unique type of terrain, I thought I'd do it anyways, just because if I made it like reddish brown or something, which is what I kind of saw as the terrain color, people wouldn't initially, you know, recognize it as Teth. But since this is kind of associated with it, I thought I'd go ahead and use pink. And, you know, it's a really, really cool, unique color to use, and it'll definitely be a standout kind of build, kind of separate it from any other average, you know, mountain forest build. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys kind of the on the mock plans for the build. So here I kind of outlined where the mountain is going to go. And I kind of did a mini little demo for you guys. I'm going to be using a similar technique that I used for Devron. If you guys go back and look at that mock, basically going to be using the same type of style for that. I do plan on mixing in some light bluish gray kind of patches though. So I might have, like, you know, most of it's going to be dark bluish gray, but then I might have like a patch here of like light gray. Just kind of throw that around a little bit, just to make it a little bit more, you know, not so one color and boring. But as far as the mountain height goes, I do plan on having it go to be about that height, which on camera actually looks like it's really, really tall. But the terrain is going to be elevated up, like to, you know, somewhere to up here before I even start the build. and I felt like any shorter than that, it just wouldn't really feel, you know, right. Just because the mountain itself in the actual Teth is way higher than this. As if you guys remember, there's like literally AT-ATs crawling up it for quite a while before they reach the top. So obviously at this scale, I won't be able to put an ATTE on the side of the mountain, but I kind of wanted to get it as tall as I possibly can. I mean, I might, who knows, I might be able to make it taller, I might be able to have to make it shorter. I'll just have to see how far my mountain slopes can go. But since I did build Defron, which was a pretty big mountain, it wasn't that tall, but it was a lot wider. Probably went up to, you know, about here, which isn't too far off the height. So I should be able to build most of this with the mountain pieces I have available. I'll have to find out, but I think this is a pretty decent height to start off with at least, and getting to that height will at least, you know, give a little bit of kind of a scale of this mountain, hopefully. I'm not too sure, but yeah, definitely want to try to reach that height if possible. And the final little part I have here is the black border going around the side, and I've used this technique before on some smaller builds, but it's basically where I've got this curved piece and tiled up the front or the side here, and then the front over here I'm just going to be bricking in with some 1x2 bricks just to kind of cover up the all the under stuff that's under the terrain. I really do like having black borders. I think it just, you know, completes the MOC a little bit more. So I know a lot of people are against them, but I personally like them a lot, so I'm going to keep doing them. And I've got all the pieces for that ordered as well, so by next episode I should be able to have the black border completed, as well as hopefully most of the at least base terrain layer, because I've got a lot of plates coming in as well. So yeah, that's just about it. I'd love to know what you guys think about the build down in the comments below. If you have any suggestions or ideas for the build, to add anything or change anything, that would be great to let me know down in the comments below. That's going to just about wrap it up for this first episode. So if you're going to enjoy it, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a like. But other than that, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!